Hey everyone, I'm so frustrated with the housing market, not only because there are not many good deals out there, but because institutions and big funds and investment companies are buying our residential properties away. The dream of homeownership becomes more and more difficult for my generation and the next generation. However, I have a strategy to help you still become a homeowner. But first of all, welcome to High School Dropouts Advice. If you need subtitles, please click on the subtitle button right here. If you want to join my Discord channel, you can do this through Patreon, which I link down below in the description. Let me show you a short clip that describes how the housing market is right now.
For you this morning, what do you think about this house? It's a modest ranch built in 1948 in the Maryland suburbs of DC. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1,800 square feet. Needless to say, seen better days, nothing's been updated. Kitchen and bathroom, still the original from the 40s. The realtor's description says in part, this is an estate home in need of some serious love, being sold strictly as is. Please do not go out on the deck, it is not safe. So this dilapidated, modest house was listed for what to me already seemed like a hefty sum of $275,000, but improbably it sparked an absolute feeding frenzy. 88 offers later, 76 of which were all in cash, the house sold for nearly $500,000. It went for $460K, that's 70% higher than the original list price. All to be the proud owner of a suburban property that is currently dangerous and unlivable. The winning bidder was not actually the highest offer, but they were totally in cash and they had all the paperwork ready to go.
Housing market is at an all-time low. You see that we are at one of the lowest point in history. Many people think that the housing market will crash, but with a supply, these low prices can only go up, making it nearly impossible for young professionals and couples who want to buy their dream home with their hard-saved down payment. You can see that the pandemic brought the supply to an all-time low. Potential home sellers are not selling, and with the prices going up like crazy, they will not sell because it's already nearly impossible for the seller to buy another home. The demand is coming from the upper middle class who can now work from home and decide to move to more affordable states and cities. Las Vegas has a supply of only 1 month. 6 months was considered an average or a healthy housing market. I tried to buy a home and rent out my place, which will then finance the new home. I wanted to build a new home and there were 208 applicants for only 11 lots. In Houston, Texas, where I invest, I have put over 35 offers on deals and got none accepted by anyone. I got outbid every time. The housing prices are running away, not just for regular folks, but also for small retail investors. Let me show you why.
That the housing boom and possible bubble is being driven not only, or maybe not even primarily, by the PMC wanting more gardening space. Permanent capital is buying up homes at astonishing rates. Take a look at this new report from the Wall Street Journal. If you sell a house these days, the buyer might be a pension fund. Wall Street Journal weirdly focused their headline on pension funds because I guess they're associated with workers. But the truth is, it's all sorts of rich people and their financial institutions that are buying up American communities. The report quotes a real estate consultant who estimates that 1 in 5 houses in the US is sold to someone who never moves in. That same analyst told the Wall Street Journal, you now have permanent capital competing with a young couple trying to buy a house. That's going to make US housing permanently more expensive. Private equity giants, hedge funds, and other economic royalists are buying up houses, in some cases entire neighborhoods, and then they're either getting directly into the landlord business or they're flipping them to entities that will rent the suburban American dream to you.
With this development, big institutional investors are taking the opportunity for common people to build wealth. Most of the small retail investors got a disadvantage in the stock market already. Now the retail investors found cryptocurrency and did invest in them, but we also have institutional investors investing in cryptocurrency now. We are getting squeezed out of everything, which helps us to build wealth. D.R. Horton, one of the nation's biggest builder, has sold 124 houses in Conroe, Texas to an investment group this December. It was sold for $32 million. It was a quick deal for D.R. Horton. I guess it saves them a lot of time to sell them all at once to one seller. But this will not help the housing supply. All it does is force people into renting. You can see that the value of rental homes is going up and actually nearly doubled at the peak of the highs of 2008. This trend could not stay hidden, and big investment companies invest in residential single-family houses and turn them into rentals now. In the past, technology was not at the point to make it possible to manage 10,000 single-family homes, but now it is. So this is why we see this big influx of investors. You see, roughly 1 out of 4 houses are bought by someone who will not live in the property. I have to admit, I included. I own 7 properties and 6 are rentals. But this is not just me. Many people who understand how to build wealth are doing the same thing. You know, YouTubers like Meet Kevin, Stephen Graham, Minority Mindset and Andrew Chick all own rental properties. At the bottom we read that real estate investors have set the stage for another speculative investor-driven home price bubble. First of all, we are not close to the bubble yet. You remember that all price development is depending on demand and supply. With supply being so low and demand so high, we will have this game going on for another 2 years at least. The building prices for the new homes already exceed many older homes, which will only more push the price higher for existing homes. Home builders were building in a very conservative and slow fashion after the 2008 recession. So I don't think we are close to a bubble. I think it will go up another 50% before we see a 20 to 30% correction. The problem we are facing now is that more and more home builders are building for investment groups now. The story with D.R. Horton was not a one-time thing. You see that the single-family rental homes have increased by 45%. And the US housing units only for around 13%. So the trend is in building and investing in single-family rental properties. I have talked a lot about how you can make about 35 to 50% in return per year with real estate. If you want to watch my 3-part series of how you can start to invest in real estate, you can click on part 1 right here, which I link up here, and in the description below. I will also link all 3 videos down there in the description. You can read from the Wall Street Journal that 55% of US counties became unaffordable for average wage earners. The number was 43% a year ago. This is a jump of 12% within 1 year. Let me show you the percentage of home ownership in the United States. You can see that we have a drop of nearly 2%, and we can expect that it will drop further from the current developments. The median home price is roughly 6.5 times the yearly median salary. We had a bubble when it was around 7 times, but I see that we can go high up to 8 or 9 before we see a correction. The problem is, the correction might not bring the ratio below 6. In states like Nevada, we have a home price increase of 180%, but only 30% of income increase. With all this development, it will be more difficult to buy the property you want. The property you wanted is running away from you, and the price will increase for at least the next 2 years. You see that Zillow predicts that this year's appreciation will be 11.8%. In hot markets, you can expect the appreciation to be at 20%. If you are lucky and you can get a property, then big congratulations. To all the ones who cannot find their dream home, I would suggest keep renting, but also to start buying rental properties. You can buy in other cities and other states. Investing out of state is not difficult. My 6 rental properties were bought in another state and I never saw the properties myself. Split up your money and buy properties to rent it out. The only way you are not getting left behind is by joining the strategy others are using. And don't be worried about the next crash. The next crash will come, but you will do good when you have a couple of rentals. Rent price increases during bad economies because all those dream home buyers lose their job and have to rent. So rents are recession proof unless you own ultra luxury homes which you rent out. I hope you understand that a change in the economy requires a change in your investing strategy. Buying your dream home was never a good idea. Buying rental properties first and let them finance your dream home a couple of years later when the correction comes is way smarter. So my advice is to buy rental properties and buy your dream home during the next correction. Very important, don't freak out when the home values are dropping, they will rise again. Important is that you have renters who pay all the costs. If you didn't quite understand all the benefits of rental properties, I recommend you to watch the free videos I linked down in the description, which will help you to build massive wealth. At least a millionaire within 5 years, starting from zero. Anyways, for legal reasons, let me tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Please remember to do your own due diligence and hire a financial advisor if necessary. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel when you don't want to miss out any stock news, information and investment opportunity. Thank you so much and see you hopefully in the next video. Thank you, bye!